everyone, my name is Christina and I'm a travel specialist for As You Wish Vacations. While I book many vacation destinations, I specialize in the Disney products. This video series focuses on Walt Disney World specifically. The past few weeks we've been talking about your counter service options in the parks. So you know what's available when you're looking for counter service in Magic Kingdom, you know what's available in Epcot, etc. Today we're talking about your counter service options at the resorts. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them because there's over 20 resorts and almost all of them have counter service. So I'm just going to go through my favorites and kind of give you an idea of what's available at the others. So if you're staying at a value resort, that's the All Stars Pop Century or Art of Animation, you're going to find some rather basic counter service. You're going to get your chicken fingers, your pizza, but that's really it. They're trying to introduce some new things. All Star Movies now has a secret menu, which has some cool, unique items on it. Pop Century has some themed items, so they might have that one section that has meatloaf and kind of those mid-century favorites. Art of Animation's where it really started to take a turn. Really, you could see they were really trying to give good counter service options even at those value resorts. Art of Animation has a quick service called Landscape of Flavors. It's actually really beautiful in there. They have all the backgrounds from the animated movies, but they also have really unique items. They have a tandoori station, so you can see that they're really trying to get away from those chicken fingers and things like that. Of course, you can still find those if you do have picky eaters and that's a concern, but they're trying to give you healthier options and more options. They have a smoothie bar, so it's really cool. If you are staying at Pop Century, I would recommend walking over the bridge and going over to get your quick service over at Artimation at least one day. Staying at the moderate resorts, they do kind of increase your options. They're a little bit more themed. So if you're staying at Port Orleans, you're going to get some more Cajun and Southern food. At the Caribbean Beach, you're going to get jerk chicken. So the Caribbean Beach is currently completely under construction. There is no quick service location. There are some temporary food choices set up for you. So again, I'm not going to really talk about that one. Port Orleans Riverside, I have not had good experiences at their counter service. It took about 30 to 40 minutes to get a hamburger, and it was not very good. So if you're staying at Port Orleans Riverside, head over to the food court at Port Orleans French Quarter. It's about a 9-minute walk from food court to food court. And if you're staying at one of the buildings closer to Port Orleans French Quarter, it might even be closer for you to go over there. So that's really, really cool that you have that option available, especially for breakfast. The French Quarter breakfast is incredible, and lunch is much better than Riverside. My favorite counter service, moderate counter service though, of all of the resorts is the Pepper Market. The Pepper Market is at Coronado Springs. It is Southwestern styled food. Their ribs are excellent. If you like the ribs at Flame Tree Barbecue at Animal Kingdom, they're very similar, but they're bigger. The food here is just huge. There's a half chicken that whenever we stay at Coronado, we get lunch when we arrive. And my husband and I split the half chicken. It's excellent. It's always cooked perfectly. It's so good. And the service at Pepper Market is much faster than some of the others. Everything's cooked fresh still, but they're just a lot more efficient at getting it out. The value resorts, everything's kind of pre-cooked and I just hand it to you. So it depends on what time of day you're getting there too, whether the crowds are busy or the stuff's been sitting there. You can always ask them to make something fresh. They're happy to do that for you. The deluxe resorts. The deluxe resorts have tons of dining options. Their table service options are incredible. So quick service are just kind of there to supplement that. So the beach club and the yacht club and the boardwalk don't really have a whole lot going on. If you are staying at the beach club and the yacht club, they have a very small, more of a cafe style option as opposed to that food court style. So if you are staying there, I would recommend going over to the boardwalk to get your counter service. They have a few options. They have the bakery, they have all sorts of things. They have pizza. So Boardwalk definitely has more options than Yacht and Beach. Epcot has more options than both. So just walk into Epcot. Great use of a park hopper. The other deluxe resorts, Animal Kingdom, all of Animal Kingdom's food is amazing, and the Mara on their counter service does not disappoint. It's exactly what you would expect from Animal Kingdom. You have such unique and adventurous items, but then you also have your safe items as well. So if you do have picky eaters, don't think you can't stay at the Animal Kingdom because everything's exotic and adventurous. But it gives you a chance to try some things that you normally wouldn't. So they also have, apparently I really like rotisserie chicken at food courts because they have a really good rotisserie chicken. They have flatbreads. So they might have a tamarind pork flatbread, but then they'll have a pepperoni flatbread. So you can see how they're unique and adventurous. I do love the African potki. So if you're there, try out the African potki. It's really good. I'm not going to say a whole lot more about it. The monorail resorts, Wilderness Lodge just redid Roaring Fork. I haven't gotten a chance to try it since it has been redone, but they do have the Geyser Grill. So the Geyser Grill is in two different sections. They have the lounge section where you can get your food and drinks, or you can just go up to the counter service and sit down. So they have not very many options, but they do have a burger. They have a bison burger, which is excellent. They have a turkey sandwich, which is really good. So one of my favorite things to do is head over there midday to get out of the Magic Kingdom and just kind of sit down by the water, have a drink, have a nice burger. Their, oh my goodness, their cheese dip, oh, it's so good. It's like cheese and beef brisket. Oh man, it's delicious. Anyway, counter service. I'm talking about counter service and going back. I'm not sure if the cheese dip's available in the counter service. It's definitely in the lounge. I'm not sure in the counter service. The monorail resorts. So Contempo Cafe and Gasparilla Grill both underwent reimaginings, so their theming's not great. It just kind of goes with the resort. Contempo Cafe is probably my least favorite theming, but you can see the monorail coming in and out. Contempo Cafe has amazing cupcakes, so even if you're there for California Grill or there for another reason, or you're just on the monorail and you'd want to get off and get a cupcake, I highly recommend it. They're delicious. Both them and Gasparilla have flatbreads. They have sandwiches, kind of the usual stuff, but instead of pizza, they're flatbread. So they're a little more upscale than the values, but they're really still nothing to write home about or stop at if you're not staying there. They're much better since they've been redone. I wouldn't even recommend them before, but now if you're staying there or in a nearby resort, they're good. There's just not something unique and different about them. My favorite counter service, probably on property. Actually, I said that about Pepper Market, didn't I? I can't say that about both. Shoot. Okay, it's definitely Pepper Market. I'm going back. It's Pepper Market. And Satuli Canteen and Animal Kingdom. Oh goodness, this is hard. Okay, sorry. I just really like Captain Cook's. Captain Cook's is at the Polynesian, and about half of their menu has pineapple in it. So I'm happy. I love pineapple. My husband hates pineapple in his food, so they do have options for him as well. But they have a Hawaiian flatbread. They have the pepperoni flatbread. So they're all kind of similar. They have those unique themed items that kind of are like the flatbreads, the sandwiches. My favorite thing at Captain Cook's is the pulled pork nachos. Definitely worth a trip. If you don't get reservations for Kona or Ohana, you might want to have dinner there and then go watch the fireworks on the beach. Their pulled pork sandwich has pineapple on it, is also excellent. Everything's really good. They did get rid of the self-serve Dole Whip stand, which makes me a little upset because you used to be able to get as much Dole Whip as you want. But they do have Aloha aisle right outside where they'll serve the Dole Whip for you, and it's Dole Whip, it's pineapple, it's barbecue. They have noodles, they have fried rice, they have all of those Polynesian favorites. Polynesian has Polynesian and Animal Kingdom, you can't go wrong with any of the food there. Definitely my two favorite places for food. And you get, and then try out the Pepper Market. It's my favorite. That chicken, I don't know why I love that chicken so much. It has vegetables and mashed potatoes. It's just such a good meal. And I feel like the quality of food is a little bit better there as well because of the conventions. So definitely check out the Pepper Market, check out the Mara, and check out Captain Cook's. Those would be the three that I would say are actually destinations. Everything else is a great option if you're staying there. Breakfast is always kind of bland. You get your Mickey waffles, you get your breakfast burrito. Except for Captain Cook's, they do have Tonga toast. So Tonga toast at Captain Cook's, everywhere else is pretty much the same. And we don't really do breakfast before the parks because we're rope drop people. So we'll grab a granola bar or something on the way out. So we don't really spend a lot of time doing that. We do grab pizza a lot on the way back. So just kind of more options. If you are going to get a pizza, don't use a dining credit for it because it will take 2 dining credits. I guess you're sharing, but we just always pay out of pocket for the pizza. So that's all I really have to say about the counter service. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope these were helpful. And if you have any other questions, you're ready to plan your vacation, you want to know more about other vacation destinations, my email is in the notes below. It's Christina at aywvacations.com. Also, if you want more tips, discounts, deals, all sorts of stuff, make sure you follow me on social media. I'm at aywchristina, and that's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Pinterest. So I hope all of your vacations are exactly as you wish.